It's fucking back!
Yes,
Premier League piss take is back!
Yes!
We're back! Premier League football's back!
Yes!
Manchester United are back! 21 is coming!
Yeah.
Everything else!
Yes.
It's
United so barely squeaked a win
Whoa.
that we are here to take the piss out of everyone else.
No.
You wish that United didn't win that game.
What we did...
Everyone else is finished.
What United did was we thought, listen, we can't be baiting it up. Everyone's underestimating us.
Yeah.
We want them to keep underestimating us. Because we want to win this league, but just sneak it.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit of a slide.
We don't want what Arsenal did last season, which is all the pressure early on and then you bottled it. We sneak in last day of the season.
Yes.
Sneak
That's what
it.
we're doing.
Yeah, perfect. We're talking about all the games. We're talking Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Forest, Burnley City, Brentford, Spurs. We've got other things as well, Harvey Barnes and all that, and then you got them. Oh, it was so good. Right, let's just start at the start of the weekend. Burnley versus Manchester City. It was.
Listen, let's not talk about Manchester City.
Well, let's not talk
it's
about.
just boring, robotic, FFP'd, up to their eyeballs. You know, we should take a stand.
Yeah.
We should take a stand.
Sorry, did you say FFP though before?
FFP'd up to their eyeballs. Yeah, we're going to take a stand. They don't belong on Premier League piss take.
No.
So they get their house in order.
Yeah.
Cheating little bastards.
It's actually disgusting. We should, as a football fan base, just generally, not just United fans, we should ignore them.
Yeah.
They don't
ignore
exist.
their treble.
They're cheating.
Didn't happen.
No,
What
didn't
treble?
happen for me. Exactly. I mean, Pep and that, he's shouting at Haaland.
And also, like, Burnley, they're a bit dodgy, innit?
Yeah.
You've got our ex-captain. You bought a goalkeeper off us for 20 million. I'd keep an eye on Burnley,
Yeah.
They're going to have some deal with some company linked to City. Watch.
Yeah, it's happening. Isn't it?
Allegedly.
Let's forget about that. Let's move on to Arsenal Forest.
All right.
Arsenal 2, Nottingham Forest 1. I mean, all I remember seeing was Anthony Elanga with a beautiful assist.
Rhythm is a dancer. It was a great assist, wasn't it?
Did really well.
Great pace, great touch.
Beautiful pace. Beautiful touch.
And then I saw people on Twitter and social media, as they do, losing their minds. Why did we let him go? Why isn't he still at Manchester United? And then as they were still getting their tweets out, he runs in field, got a great pass on, option on, hits it straight to an Arsenal player. And it was like, that's why!
I know. But what, how much of a thick person do you have to be to have seen Elanga play 60 games for United and then after 45 minutes against Arsenal think, he was good enough for us?
Yeah.
Like, what did the other 50 games tell you?
Also,
people are just ill.
Do you want him in ahead of Garnacho? No. Rashford?
Maybe
on the
after
left?
today I would have had him over both of them, but we'll get to that in a minute. Here's something. Forest had a better XG, so that's the real quiz. So Arsenal, technically, they've lost their first game, which is worrying. It's worrying stuff, Adam.
I think better than Arteta's going to be back before the end of this season.
God,
you know.
I'd love it.
I have
Absolutely
heard
love
from
it.
a little dicky bird, they've said they might have sanctioned another season of better than Arteta.
I hope so.
Is it sanctioned?
I've been
Is that the word?
green lit.
Green lit.
Yeah.
They've given us the
Commissioned.
Commissioned. That's the word I was looking for.
We may well commission it. We've just got to wait till, I mean, yes, they lost on XG, so they technically did lose. But once they start losing on points as well, then we can come back with it.
Better than Arteta's going to be back.
It will be
I
back.
think it's going to be back better than ever.
Better than ever, Teta.
Better than ever, Teta.
Should we talk about Brentford Spurs?
We can do if you want.
Are
Spurs relevant anymore? Do we need to talk about
That's
Spurs?
what I'm saying. Currently, what is a Spurs? Because it's not a Harry Kane. It's not a sort of manager having a meltdown. The manager actually seems nice. It's just a collection of sort of ideas that isn't really working together. What is a Spurs?
I think Spurs was Kane.
Yeah.
And now he's gone to Bayern Munich. They are now Spurs. So
What?
Spurs
Oh.
are just a cockerel.
So Bayern Munich are now Spurs?
Yes. They're Tottenham Hotspurs. Mm-hmm. And this one that
Whatever
you see,
this is.
it's like, you know, Rick and Morty, where you end up in a different, and you're like, all right, where are we right now? What universe are we in right now?
I don't know what Tottenham is. They've got Celtic's old manager, who seems like a nice bloke that your dad had been mates with.
He looked like one of the fellas off Home and Away.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He's got a little home and away to him. But he's drawing home and away at the minute, and that's the issue, isn't it? They need to start winning games. But I've got a feeling that Tottenham, I think it could look like a decent season. No meltdowns, no sackings. They just finished 7th.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Yeah.
It'd be good.
I think
they finished higher than they did last time. Bonus.
Emerson
Especially
Royale
with Harry
cheese.
Kane leaving. Emerson Royale, he's still there.
Yeah. Did you see Harry Kane shouting at the ref, but then remembering he didn't know
Yeah,
German?
I love that. I love that.
The thing is, though, if it was any other player, you'd just shout in English. But he just overthought it so much that he ran over and then just went...
Surely refs understand. Fuck's sake, ref!
Yeah, dickhead. That's what I'd just been whispering, just peppering away in the ear. No, not saying any points. Everyone else can make, oh, why do you do it? And I'm just going, dickhead. That's
But
what
now
I'm doing.
they hear it and they book it and that.
Yeah, your son doesn't invite you to parents' evening, dickhead. Stuff like that. You wank on all fours. Stuff like that. Little insults like that you can't get over. Yeah.
It might be a good wank, that. Do you reckon it feels better?
I think you feel too open. I think you feel too exposed.
Yeah, because that is...
Because the whole back door is completely blown open if you're not careful.
When you're having a little tank,
yeah.
you are a bit...
Yeah, you're fully submerged in the bath, aren't you?
Yeah.
Head under it, and then you go. That's what we all do.
I reminded me of Sonic.
or just the rings just come off me as I'm done. But it's not rings.
What are the rings?
Let's talk about a few other things. Before we talk about Man United, we need to talk about Man United, Adam. But before that, Newcastle, 5-1 against Aston Villa.
Again, we're taking a stand here.
What? We can't take a stand on every team.
Listen,
we have to talk about some of
PR
them.
piss take will not be sports wash.
What if we get bought by the Saudis?
Then I will just ignore it. I'll just pretend it didn't happen, and they'll be allowed. But everyone else, not allowed.
Newcastle won 5-1, and in the meantime, Harvey Barnes whipping out his celebration. And I will say,
have a look at this.
This is one of the most, what's the word? Homely? That's not the word. What's the word when it's warm? Makes you feel warm inside.
Horny?
What's the warm inside word?
Heartwarming.
This is one of the most heartwarming things I've ever seen. Look at this. Harvey Barnes with a Robin Hood arrow. And look at the man in the crowd with his shirt off. And the best bit is, just rewind that. Just go back to the man in the crowd again.
Let me see what Harvey Barnes does.
Start from the beginning. So you see Barnesy pulling an arrow out of his quiver. There it is. Firing it into the crowd. And there he is, that man in the crowd, who's definitely called Craig, by the way. But here's the thing. Pause it there. Freeze. Here's the thing I want to show you, right? This guy in the crowd is all fingertips. It's the cleanness.
He knows what he's doing.
This is a man.
He's Legolas.
This is the man whom is Legolas. Yeah. And he's using simply the fingertips. He's got the most precise bow action in the world. It's all great.
You get killed, you don't know you killed.
Yeah, exactly.
You just straight through like silk.
Yeah, and you're talking to someone, and they just do, and then next thing you know, your mate just goes.
Yeah.
Like that. There is no pain. It's a clean death. And look at him.
How happy he is.
Look at him!
Like, you know football fans,
Yeah.
Especially football fans with their tops off. They get a bad rep, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Like, he is changing the image of topless football fans.
Yeah, no longer is it someone throwing a sort of a deck chair through the window of a cafe. It's now a man simply firing a griffin feathered arrow through the brain of one of his enemies. Look at him! It's unbelievable.
He's one of them fellas that's always coming to you with his phone. Hey, have a look at this. Have a look at this.
He's in
one of them
so
fellas.
many meme pages on Facebook.
He's one of them fellas.
That's also, interestingly, how he peels a cheese string.
Yeah.
Single fingers, just
that'd
like
be
that.
a good...
Yeah.
All that.
Unbelievable. So yeah, that's the best. That's my favourite thing
He tags
so far.
you in everything on Facebook.
He's slightly annoying, to be honest.
It's not even funny anymore.
No.
He just keeps putting mental videos in the WhatsApp group. Sometimes one slips through the net that's a little bit mental, a little bit racist.
Yeah.
But he don't mean it, Craig. He's not that kind of guy.
Craig, do the arrow thing. There we go.
Craig's class.
Speaking of class, Roy Hodgson, a touch of class.
Oh.
This is a man that remembers the Boer War. Let's not forget that.
Yes.
He was around when horseback was still a big thing in war. And he's fighting someone who is genuinely 50 years younger than him. That is impressive, isn't it?
Does the player not have... Look, the player just... He realises what he's done is wrong.
Yeah, because he's sort of... It's like, do you know the teacher that everyone likes at school? But occasionally, because you're just used to shouting at teachers or whatever, someone snaps back at him. And then immediately goes, I'm sorry, sir, I didn't mean...
I see where the anger comes from. If you watch that back, look.
Yeah.
Oh, he skimmed it. As he's gone in, the player has skimmed it.
He has.
Skimmed it.
Because Hodgson, as well as of the old school, he took straight up at all times.
Yeah.
So whilst it may only look like he's tickling the waistband, as far as Hodgson's concerned, he's just pinched
When
foreskin.
you're old, your balls go rock solid, don't they?
What? What do you mean? The bag or the actual
Just the whole
unit?
thing kind of just becomes...
That is not true.
I've heard.
Infamously, they get longer and saggier, don't they?
Yeah, but...
So he's essentially punched a rock solid ball full of bollocks.
Yeah, that's why he's fuming.
It's
Mrs.
incredible.
Hodgson's going to be gutted.
I like the idea as well. Look, you see immediately a sort of a phalanx of staff members
Do you reckon he
surround him.
He needs Viagra?
Hodgson?
Or-
Absolutely not.
Because he's still in the game.
No.
He's, testosterone up and he's...
No, he just goes home and when it's that time, he's got a big telly on the wall, 65 plus inch, and he just Google, and he only has to put presses Y to search, and then it's got recent searches, Yannick Bolasie highlights, skills and goals, puts that on, and
We've got to talk about something here. Have you seen?
And it's up.
Have you seen that video of John Joe Shelby? And they brought some birds back to his house. His YouTube and his goals. Have you seen that?
Yeah. They're already at your house.
Yeah. And it seems like this afters has died out.
It's died out.
There's no hype, there's no drinks.
No.
You know when you get back, everyone's sobering up.
Yeah.
It's
It's not jovial, it's become very analytical, hasn't
people have put big socks on.
Yeah.
And you're like...
Someone's gone, you thought they'd gone to bed and they come back out in the pajamas.
And you're like, oh, you're ruining the night.
Why have you put your big socks on?
Yeah.
Well, they've got pads underneath so I don't slip.
And the night's over when John Joe's off again, Googling his own goals.
And it's just after... and just after this, the person whose house it is goes, you lot can stay up, but I'm going to go to bed. We're that close to that and that. Honestly, if you don't want to stay up...
Come on, I'm just going to... Let me play this video.
What season is it? It's always 17, 18 with you, John Joe. For God's sake, move on.
Have you ever seen where I told Fergie to fuck? John Joe, not again!
Stop it. You look like Voldemort. You're lucky we're here, in all honesty. Turn the highlights off. At least put Yannick Bolasie's skills and goals 2016 to 2019 on.
I'd be like that. Though.
Yeah, me too. I do anyway. I just do it
to
to
myself.
myself.
Goal at Old Trafford and I've not stopped watching it. So.
No. Should we talk about, speaking of goals at Old Trafford, Manchester United 1, Wolves 0. First clean sheet of the season. Onana, unbelievable. Only gave one penalty away, but they didn't even give that.
You know why it's a great win as well? You've got to bear in mind here. Yeah.
Talk to me.
Gary O'Neill's just come in.
Yeah.
3 days ago.
Yeah.
We don't even know what to plan for here.
That's true.
We don't even know. They've got no Neves, Moutinho, Jimenez, Adama.
Yeah, gone. Everyone's gone.
We're like, who the fuck are they going to play?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
We didn't know what was coming. We didn't know what system they were going to play.
Yeah.
We didn't know who was going to play it.
Yeah.
We didn't even know if they'd turn up.
So the fear of the unknown means we are the biggest winners of this weekend.
Yeah.
And we've shown everyone, these are quite good. Now, there's going to be a team slapping Wolves up because we've made them realise Wolves are good.
Yeah. Do you know like when you can't get the lid off the pickles and then you give it to your dad and straight off and then you go, well, I loosened it.
Yeah, you did.
We've just loosened... Oh, by the way, everyone, you're welcome because we've just loosened Wolves for you. So now... So now, when you get to Wolves and they're just blown wide open,
just loose.
They're loosey-goosey, we loosen
Have you
the
been
jar.
on a night out in Wolves?
No.
It's very loose.
I don't think anyone's been on a night out in
It's mental
Wolves.
in Wolves.
Is it? Is it a
loose.
real place?
It is, yeah.
Called Wolves?
Yeah, people used to go uni there as well, which, I mean, they end up coming out in Birmingham all the time.
There are some places where you think, when you think what uni's supposed to be, a place to sort of find yourself, a place to learn, a place to do... Who's picking Wolverhampton for that? The other one, I went on a trip there, the University of Aberystwyth. What? Who's thinking that?
Sounds class.
It's not. It's a slot machine, a punch bag, and a really steep monorail up a hill. It's not the uni experience.
Why do I
surely.
think of The Simpsons when you mention monorail?
Monorail. That's why. Right, United scored. Varane with the goal.
He was amazing. You know what annoyed me?
In all honesty, though.
When it was 0-0,
Yeah.
I don't tweet during games, really.
Is there Wi-Fi now, by the way?
Yeah, it was shocking. It was on and off, on and off again. I was there, and in my head I was thinking, Varane's been fucking good today.
Yeah.
Even if this game finishes 0-0, Varane's been class. And I was thinking about tweeting that, and I should have, because he scored after, and I would look like a genius. He looked class.
I honestly think he was the only player on the pitch.
What happened to Lissandro? Because you watched it on telly, didn't you?
So Lissandro got the book in and just looked off it. He just looked half a step off it. It looked like he was going to get a red card. Like there was that second challenge where he sort of tried to block someone off but not foul him, and ended up running through and Varane.
So he was taken off. in case he got sent off?
I think so, yeah. I didn't
Because
know
I
the word
was
of an
gutted
injury.
with our performance out wide from the fullbacks.
Yeah.
I know Wan-Bissaka set up the goal. But defensively, sure, Wan-Bissaka,
Yeah.
shocking.
Yeah.
Anthony, please run at someone. Garnacho didn't have a great game.
No.
That's a real big learning curve for him.
Yeah.
Because there were times where why are we being serious anyway, Annie? It doesn't make sense.
No.
What we did was we loosened them up.
Crazy stuff. Tottenham next.
Oh, mate, we're going to batter them.
Do you think?
Yeah, as long as we keep winning, this pre-season positivity of mine is going to roll on.
Oh,
Baby,
yeah.
21 is coming. You see me on the Sky Sports ad saying...
I did, actually.
This is the year.
It was nice, that, wasn't it? What did you make of that?
Well, they gave us the lines to say. I
Right.
wanted to say 21 is coming.
And they said.
And they didn't let me, so I just shut the fucking camera.
Did you actually get to shake it, or did you put your hands next to it and do a mock shake, and
No,
then they go
it
into the
had
editing
like a
software?
thing underneath
and just
where
drag
you held
shake.
it, and that's why my arms look weird because I'm holding two things which are.
And it shook the camera itself.
Yeah, and he was like, "Go on, give it some,
Give it some.
give it fucking some." I gave it some.
Go on,
mate.
lad. Get your hands around that and give it some. And you happily
Yeah.
obliged. didn't
What am
you?
I holding on to behind this camera?
Why am
sir?
I, surely you
Why
should
are
be
there two of
spitting
them?
on it. One of these handles is a lot fleshier than the other. Is there a producer here? Why is it in a shed?
You got to do them kind of things to get on the overlap.
No, it was brilliant.
You know? Do you know what
Very
I mean?
impressed with you on the Sky Sports advert. It was really good
Thanks.
stuff.
Class.
Really proud of you. What we've got to look forward to? Because that's really, I can't look back at that Wolves game with any real happiness.
Listen,
Teach
That
me,
was a
Adam,
pre-season
The
game.
full season is ahead.
Wolves.
What is there to come?
imagine a pre-season game, but you get points for the Premier League. That is what that was.
Oh, that's nice.
That may have been played in the MetLife Stadium. That game, yeah?
Yeah.
We're still going. If you think about it, we played 2 games with our first 11 in pre-season.
So
That was a pre-season game. Trust me, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
And what else is coming for the rest of the season, Adam?
21 is coming. Yeah, 21's coming. We're gonna batter.
Are we going to
Spurs
start
next week.
looking decent?
You know, a wise man once told me, if you win games when you're poor, it's a sign of champions.
Did it feel like champions?
Stop with the questions.
Okay,
really.
of course.
Just stop with it. Why can't you be more like Gary? Isn't that Gary?
Yeah.
Dave.
Keith? Craig.
Why can't you be more like
Can
Craig?
right, can we just, to play us out, can we get Craig on again, please?
With his, go on, Craig.
Yes, Craig!
Go on,
Oh
Craig.
my God, I couldn't love Craig anymore if I tried. So much coming up. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the Champions League. We're going to win the Europa League.
Look at that.
Can we win all of it?
You know, I love everyone around him's clothed.
It's just the Geordie way, though, isn't it?
It is.
I think they've got the highest shirtless per capita of any city.
It's
in the
because they
country.
come from up north,
Yeah.
like really up north.
Yeah.
And they go, cold doesn't bother us. All right, fucking, you proved your point. Put your jacket on, dickhead.
But then,
But not Craig. Craig doesn't belong in
love
there.
little Craig,
Craig
don't
took
we?
his shirt off when he was celebrating. Class is Craig.
it's good to be back.
He
Adam.
I wish he was one of us.
Should we try and get Craig to be a United fan by the end of the season?
Yeah.
It's really good to be back. Full season ahead.
Come on, someone beat Arsenal quickly so this show can really get on the road. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're keeping it locked. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I knocked my review on the head for this, so I hope you've enjoyed it.
I've enjoyed it. 21 is coming.